This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. He's brought down to the 16. Much better off to take the touchback. Now on the move. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Looking downfield, it's Washington. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping, take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Trying play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Inside the 50. 30. Still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And just when it looked like the offense was about to finally score the first points of this game down in their opponent's red zone, they throw the interception, a bad decision that the defense makes them pay for, and then they take it back all the way to the opponent's red zone. So now they're...
And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The give to the tailback. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Gonna run it. It's Ray. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Gives it on the option. Across the 25. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to barge in. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the ground, it's Washington. Runs through the tackle. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They give it to him again. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Looking to pass. It's Green. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. To the air, it's Green. Pressure coming. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
He'll pull it down and run. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Goes to the option. Power football with the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. After the run, now to throw. Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's McLaurin. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Washington. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's McLaurin. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agreed.
Turning it on. Past the 30. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Terrapins.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air. It's Washington. Quickly complete. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They go to the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't.
There he goes. Smacks him with the stiff arm.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
The give on the option. He breaks a tackle. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's McLaurin. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's Ray. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Washington. Caught close to the marker, it's Smith. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. You've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Got a wide open receiver. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Arkansas. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to throw, it's Washington. Looking for a deep man. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Looking for more room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to pass on second down. He unleashes a long one. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All kinds of room to the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play, and all of a sudden...
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Green. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. 1st down here for the offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The run to the left. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
They punted away on 4th down. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Bunch formation for these receivers. Smith takes the handoff. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more fit.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.